Hey, how y'all doing? It's Sharonda, and I'm here to talk about a book, and that book is Sabbatical by Katrina Jackson. So let's get into this thing, shall we? Now, this is the second book in her Curricula Vitae series. And this is Tony's book. Tony is the oldest of the ladies that work at this college. We had Deja's book that was first, Deja and Alessandro, and now we have Tony and Mike. All right, so let's talk about this book. All right, so Tony is about to go on sabbatical. And that is where she basically is about to take her year-long break. She's been working at this goddamn school probably way too damn long. So so Tony is about to take her year break. And basically with this story, we pretty much have Mike, who has always been crushing. I mean, like crushing on Tony. Honestly, I felt like he was pining too. He was definitely pining because I was like, sir, if you don't get yourself together. But I was here for it too. But yeah, so and he's, you know, he's in love with her as well. And I think Tony kind of like kind of sort of knew it. And Mike never really like pushed up on her or anything like that. So before Tony takes her sabbatical, they all go on summer break. And what ends up happening is Mike is pretty much helping Tony fix up her house. She's been doing more than one damn job at this college, like a lot of us do, child. When we at work, we should be only be doing one, but we doing more than one. But anyway, so Mike ends up helping Tony, which was her thing to do, while she was on sabbatical, is get her home together. She owns this house and she never got a chance to get it together the way she want to. So Mike ends up helping her over the summer, get her house together and stuff like that. And so for the most part, I liked the book. I thought that Mike and Tony had great chemistry on page together. There were some really sweet, funny moments in here. Very nice, tense sexual moments inside of the book as well. But Katrina Jackson is really good at that. I just like, girl. Whew. But so I like their energy on page together. Now, this is truly a slow burn situation that is going on between these two, because Mike feels like he doesn't want to like push up on Tony. He kind of like knows her. So he's not kind of like, he doesn't want to like push her away. You know what I mean? He wants to get her and hold on to her. And he just feels like, if I push too hard up on this lady, she going to pick her damn drawers up and run. You know what I mean? So So, he's very careful in how he's moving in this relationship with her over the summer. And Tony, I love Tony. I think she's just she's just a very cool character. She's kind of like the mama bear and this girl friend relationship that she has with Deja and Marie. She's like older than them. She's been at this college longer than them. So she's really just like, not just with Deja and Marie as well. She's really kind of like mama bear to a lot of people on this campus. People come to her for help. She's always helping people, stuff like that. Sometimes to the detriment of her own self. And I really love that about Mike inside of this story. He was always telling her, you need to take care of you. Yes, you can take care of everybody else, but you need to take care of you. And Tony, she was, like a lot of Black women, we were raised to always, take care of, other folks. And it wasn't like Tony wasn't taking care of herself or not believing in her own self-care. She just had this habit of being mama bear to everybody. So we see in this book where, Mike is getting to know her over the summer, and she's getting to know him too, honey. But it was a cute read. I really did like the story. I do feel like the first half of the book kind of like dragged for me. It was really hard to get into because we have like all these other situations, that's going on in the first half of the book. So, it kind of like took me out of the story a little bit. I really don't see any type of action between Tony and Mike until like maybe 60-ish% of the book. So, this is really a slow burn situation going on here. But for the most part, I did like the story. Mike is just the sweetest character that I've read in a long while. He's just great. Him just being this big old cinnamon bun of a man and just taking care of Tony and helping her with his house, Lord have mercy. Because his house needed some work too, but he was trying to get up in Tony drawers. So he was like, honey, I'm going over there and help this lady with her house for the summer. And see, she let me slide on up in there, and she did. But yeah, I liked Mike. I liked him a whole lot. I do feel like I needed to see more of them on page, like if that makes sense. I feel like because kind of like the first half of the book, we didn't, even when he was helping her over the summer, I just feel like I didn't get enough of them on paper. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I just didn't feel like I got enough of them. Like, even though he was there with her and, they had this little situationship going on during the summer and stuff like that, I just feel like I didn't get enough of them. I just wanted more of them on page. But for the most part, I did enjoy this book. It's a cute little read. Definitely check it out if you're a fan of this series. Definitely add this to your reading list. But yeah, good story. And that is it for me. And until the next one, later days.